Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top four seeds a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the return man decides a single fair catch. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10. The Ducks come to the line with 1st and goal. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of a rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll run it here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Thomas. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff to the right side. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Getting set. Here's second down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Catch made on the left side. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Thomas. He bought some time, now lets it go. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you don't play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Auburn now operating in the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Tackle made after just a short gain. Third down after that running play. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On first down, it's play action. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. To throw, it's Thomas. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So now on comes the field goal unit. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Breaking free at the 35. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. He moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Chris, how about the combo there of speed and power to be able to get to the quarterback here by this defensive lineman? Auburn defensive lineman, one thing you can always count on is they have speed and they have an awareness to know how to pressure that quarterback.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Pressure is coming. The ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. First down here for this offense. Movement at the second level of defense now. Keeping it on the ground here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they go with a fresh set of downs.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close, but they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Back to throw. It's Thomas. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. His offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Goes past the 35. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy, a guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert, of course, enough said. We see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Looks right for a quick completion. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And the runner takes off to his right. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the The Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Breaking free at the 35. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. And the tailback's got it again. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Powers through.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now it's 2nd down here. The back's got it. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. To the air, it's Thomas. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. They stop with the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Quick completion to the tight end. So the offense calls a timeout here as they're forced to the half.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to throw now on 1st down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And the quarterback dropping back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackle, but 1st down. The Ducks are in the red zone. offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. This one is right through. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. And tackled there by the defense. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to pass this time. Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. And they'll use the ground game here. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Looking to pass. It's Thomas. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. He'll aim it toward the sideline. Solid punt. And the fair catch is made, but there's a flag down. So let's sort that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense gets a 2nd chance at points here after that special teams roughing penalty. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Gives it to the back. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw caught on the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They've got the lead, but hadn't settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Sophomore trying to make a play but put too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Going to try to use his legs here. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Oh, man, this is a tough play for this defense. They have the offense right where they want them on third down. They get the pressure, but they don't account for the quarterback and his ability to scramble and create. Picks up a first down to keep this drive alive.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. A short completion at the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Come up on third down, solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Here comes a handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And moves the ball to the 35, and another 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and go get a touchdown.
It's a shotgun run call.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space and still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Send the back in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to run it here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. To the air, it's Thomas. Looking right, this one caught. Breaks loose at the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
And now the handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it go. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return, but they set up the offense at the 35.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Receiver in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly to the wide out. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really did give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they heave it deep downfield. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Auburn offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking downfield, it's Thomas. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but we stopped short of the first down.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's found some room at the 45. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short on 4th down. The defense rising up here late in this football game to protect this lead. What a play. offense is back out on the field. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up for this offense. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Rush the 45 now. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. First down and 10. Back in motion now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looks to the left, and it's complete. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. It is intercepted. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback just takes a knee. So it's second down and long here from the 13. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance to the next round.
And the offense just takes a knee here.
Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee in this game and advance in the playoff.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.